Hey guys, welcome back to the 7.5 Arms podcast, but this time it's more like, how many do we have? We have me and Max, plus a guest, so for me and Max, I guess it's just, 3.5 arms. I can't do math quickly. Max would have been able to do this much faster than I did.
Oh, three.
Anyway,
so,
you do it. You go.
okay. Today we have a special guest, which is our friend Timmy. Hey, Timmy.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
And today we're going to be talking about a sport that we all have in common, that we do.
We all did this. We all do this sport together. We all dive together. We're all divers. We do 1 meter board diving, and like anything higher, I'd probably die. But I guess we'll just go over what we like about diving and some funny stories from this past season. Anyone want to start?
So are we only talking about diving, or are we talking about flipping and tramp?
We could also talk about tramp.
Yeah.
All right, but we'll start with diving, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
All
right. Anyone got any interesting stories from diving? And Timmy, you can talk about the season before. You can talk about your freshman season.
Yeah. Okay, I'll start. So there was a meeting that we had. So there's a meeting that we had at the start of the season, where I was pretty sure that I wasn't gonna dive this season, cause I don't know, I just didn't have any motivation to learn anything new, and I knew that that's what our coach would have wanted us to, and it was all because of this one dive that I had done finally at the end of the season, but I just had zero motivation, and then at this meeting, I met, all of you guys, Brayden, Max, and Anthony, who is not in this call right now. And I don't know, I just kind of, at the end of the meeting, I talked to Coach, and I was like, yeah, so I might be changing my mind, and Coach said, yeah, I think you already have. And from that point on, I was just kind of I was in diving again. And then, took me about a month to get Max and Anthony's names right.
I was easy because I was the cripple. Easy to remember.
Hell him out of a crowd.
Brayden, I just totally forgot your name.
Bro, just what's your name? How did we end up calling me Bagel? I don't remember. How did you end up calling me Bagel?
So, it was Brayden, and then it evolved to Baden, and then it was like Bagan, and then it was Bagel.
How did
it was a long process, but then now that's just your.
Bro, yeah. I am just Bagel.
Yeah, you're Bagel. During this season, it was really cool. It had a really slow start, because like no one had any motivation and we didn't know each other.
Yeah.
But once we like got to know each other and like had more fun on the board, everybody started to learn new things. Like I learned 3 new doubles and a new twister this season. Which
you were famous.
I learned like nothing. Maybe like a new twister.
First few practices, I couldn't dive because 10 feet deep was too much for me. Was too little. Oh hell no! And so, one of the first jumps I ever did into the 10-foot deep pool, I like pointed my toes when I was entering the water.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, you slammed your toes at the bottom.
Gnarly.
Bro,
you just toe bashed.
Yeah, for like a whole week I was scared to dive, but eventually I just started doing it, and then
that's where Brayden's power geysers started happening.
Oh yeah, it's because the freaking 10-foot pool. I could not help but pike save so early.
Yeah, so for all of you viewers who don't know what diving is, usually when you enter the water, you wait like a second, and then you do what's called a pike save. So you just pike out so that you don't hit the bottom of the pool. But if you do that too early, you will make a very large splash, which will deduct your score a lot. And if you do it too late, you'll hit the bottom of the pool.
So, yeah, I don't know how I was getting like
what Brayden got into the habit of doing was he would pike save as he was hitting the water.
My inward dive is the worst.
Oh my god. Dude, oh, I don't even know if I told you this, but on like my first inward 1.5 of the season, I hit the bottom because I didn't pike save at all.
Ooh.
And I had this giant like bruised dent in my back. It was gnarly.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it was really bad. Sometimes when I'm on tramp, I'll like do a kaboom or something, and I'll just feel it on my back, and I'm like, holy hell, I
Ooh.
forgot that happened.
Ow. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
also after diving, like after practices, there were like showers in the locker room, which there probably normally would be. And we have a ton of good, I have so many good shower stories. I'm gonna start off with one with Anthony. So in our locker room, like obviously, okay, this is a high school.
Brayden, you're gonna tell the AirPods story, right?
Yeah. No, not the AirPods, not the AirPods. This is a different one. I will talk about that one though. Max can help me with that one. But this one, Max wasn't normally in the showers. So it was me and a few other divers, and as we mentioned Anthony in the start, he was there, and this is a high school, so like there's a ton of people like juuling, vaping and whatnot. It's just a normal thing there.
Wow.
And we just, after like showering or like mid shower, Anthony just went out like looking for them just to mess around, and he finds one, and it has like a nicotine patch in it, like a patch. Just
No,
that, like,
I know what.
yeah, and then he takes the patch out and he throws it at me. The nick gets in my fucking eyes. And like
Oh my
it
God.
stung my eyes for like 5 minutes. I could not see. I was like, I thought I was gonna go blind. Like I was dead.
I thought you were gonna talk about the stig hunting where Joey and Michael would look for stigs and then throw them at walls.
Yeah, no, that was also like they would explode, just like big boom boom.
They throw out a big spark.
But bro,
Yeah,
my
dude,
eyes.
The one time I was there, Michael found one, threw it at the wall, and then it didn't do anything, so he threw it again. But as it was in the air, it caught fire.
Oh jeez. Whoa.
yeah. So Michael's hand would have caught fire if he had held on to it longer.
Oh jeez, bro, death.
Damn.
Yeah.
And okay, so the AirPod story. This one's a bit long, but I want to talk about this one for sure. This one is probably one of the best. So
it's amazing. It literally like made our season.
Yeah, really, like that was like a whole thing.
That's just
yeah, no, that lasted throughout the season for a while. Does anyone want to start?
Well, I wasn't there, so I think you guys can tell this one.
All right, go ahead, Max.
So let's start from the beginning. So our friend Jack, who is also a diver, we were in the locker room and he was changing and he found AirPod Pros just sitting on a bench in the locker room. He did a
I did know that this was in a meet, so
Yeah.
this was someone from another school's AirPods.
Oh yeah,
Actually,
probably.
it
Who
turned out
knows?
in the end it was.
Oh no, it was not. It
We'll
wasn't.
get to that later.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So he pocketed them and then just dipped, and he was like super scared, and we were memeing on him the whole time, especially Anthony. He was just like
Anthony and
like,
Timmy
"Oh,
were
that's-"
on him.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's kind of just a theme of the season is me just like, ripping on Jack for random things.
And then like a whole month of us, whenever we see Jack wearing the AirPods, we're just like, oh, nice stolen AirPods, Jack, like every now and then. But we stopped after a little while until one day Anthony and Brayden were like, yo, let's take them AirPods. And I'm like, oh, are you sure? And then so Jack was entering the locker room to change, and he dropped his AirPod Pros, and his AirPod Pro in quotation. And I picked him up, and I said, yo, Anthony. He's like, what? I'm like, I show him. He's like, oh, bro. And I hand it to him, and and then Brayden just takes it home.
Yeah, no, I was in the shower and you guys were running. You're like, Brayden, you just toss them to me, and I'm like, bro, I shoved them in my bag out of fear. I'm like, no fucking way, we got them. And like, I went home that day so scared. I had them for maybe like a month before Anthony found the original owner, and I gave them to him so he could give them back.
Yeah. We still don't know if it's 100% the official owner. It's this kid in my English class, who he was like, Yeah, he was like, yeah, I lost my AirPod Pros a while ago, about like 2 months ago. I still can't find them. And we were like, oh, really? Well, we might have an idea. And so yeah, Brayden gave Anthony gave them to him, and that's pretty much how the story ended. Jack never found out we took them from him. He just thought he lost them, and he didn't really care that much because he still had his old AirPods.
Okay,
that weren't
but
Pros.
another thing, it was either for my birthday or for Christmas that I was saying this just so I could get away with having the AirPods from Jack.
Oh yeah, it was around your birthday. You were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get AirPods for my birthday.
And Jack was like,
Oh,
all right,
yeah.
you're gonna show me the case when you get it, because he was so sus, and like the case obviously had the markings that his dog made on them, or the original owner's dog made on them. So I was like, oh no. And then finally, before that could even happen, I pocketed them to Anthony. I gave them to Anthony, and it was all good. Pocketed them. I pocketed. Oh whoa.
Okay, wait. Can we just take a second to go back to that one Saturday where Joey tried back double and Jack tried back 1.5?
Oh my
I
God.
wasn't at that practice actually. I think that was
That was your mouth surgery. Oh, Brayden,
I
you
had
were
not-
there though, right?
Yeah, I think so. There
When
was-
Joey had the black marks on his back and
That
Jack
was-
didn't, but he was like crying.
Yeah, no, Jack would just get like the slightest bit hurt and just sit out for the rest of practice every time he'd get
Okay,
hurt.
but hey, if Jack watches this, Jack, I love you, man. Don't ever change. You're a great guy.
No, honestly, for real.
And we're just talking
Got them
We're not-
stories.
Yeah,
against you. If he does.
Yeah.
watch it.
literally, I'd love to sesh with you this summer. That would be dope.
Bro, we gotta have a whole diver sesh.
Quarantine.
Oh
ends.
my god, we do, dude. Honestly, a tramp sesh, because diving sessions are weird.
Yeah.
But, oh, hey,
Yeah.
maybe that's a good
I know-
segue to talk about tramp.
Yeah, so how did you guys like start tramping?
Okay.
Um,
Timmy's probably got a more interesting story. He could go first.
okay, so when I was like 9, it was Christmas, like 2013, I think. We got this trampoline. Or no, it was Christmas 2012. We got this trampoline, and I was just like screwing around with it, you know, cause why not? And then on my, I found a harmonica. That's dope. But I find weird things in my room. Anyway, so yeah, we got this trampoline, and I was just screwing around with it. And this was back when Sky High was the thing. Yeah, altitude wasn't even around yet, but I had my birthday party at Sky High, and I did my first backflip on a trampoline when I was on my 9th birthday at Sky High, and I'll never forget that. And then that's kind of what started it. And then I just like flash forward maybe 5 years later, and I met Joey and Michael. I have a really crazy story of how I met Joey, by the way. Me and Joey were in summer school together, and we didn't talk and didn't know each other. But then I started diving at GA, like, off-season, and I saw Joey, and I'm like, wait a second, aren't you in my summer school class? And it was just totally unrelated. But then we just met, and we started talking more, and turns out we both, like, flipped and stuff. Super dope story.
That's sick. I can go
Yeah,
next.
and okay.
So when I was younger, when I lived in the Pennsylvanian state, I had a trampoline and a huge backyard, and I wasn't into flipping. I couldn't flip at all. I could maybe do a front flip, and I didn't go on the tramp that often. And then once we moved, we got a smaller backyard, and so I couldn't fit the tramp, and so I didn't think too much of it until like I went to a trampoline park for a friend's birthday, and I did my first backflip at Sky High actually. And yeah, I was like, damn, I really want a trampoline again, because yeah, that kind of started. And then I went to Brayden's house a lot, and I flipped there, and
His broken net.
Broken net. I fixed it a little bit.
Oh, bet, because that scared me so bad.
Yeah, no, it was scaring me.
Especially when I tried to do Cody ×2 on your tramp at your birthday party and just broke my back. It was so funny.
Yeah, context? Like, how... It was all the divers out there, right?
Yeah, it was me, Jude, and Cole, I think, and Joey, and Joey did handstand Cody, and I'm like, I'm gonna do Cody ×2, and let out so...
Oh, well, okay, you're cutting.
Oh, yeah, you guys are cutting on my end, too. Are you guys clear otherwise?
Yeah, me and Max are clear on mine, you're just not.
Oh, okay. Here, wait.
Ooh, death.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, and, so how I got introduced to trampolines. So, it was like, I was young. I can't even recall how old I was. Maybe like 8. But, so, my friends had a trampoline. We were like close family friends. And they were learning all this cool stuff on trampolines, and I didn't have one, and I was like, oh, this is cool. So, for Christmas, I asked for a trampoline. I got a small round one, and I learned how to do a front flip on there, and, I was pretty excited about that. And as we mentioned in the first podcast about my YouTube channel, I had a bunch of flipping videos on there, and that tramp was on there. And my old YouTube channel, like, that's long gone now, but, what was I saying? I'm blanking. Yeah.
You were learning to flip.
Yeah, and so it was like end of 5th grade going into 6th grade. I was just learning to flip. Like, I couldn't do a backflip yet. I could do front flips, brandies, all those like front flips and like front half twist. Nothing too important, like a ball out too, but anything front I was comfortable with. But then there was backflips, and I could not do them. Like, you guys, you were self-taught on your backflip. Me, I was thrown over by 2 kids that were 2 years younger than me. Onto pillows.
I just hucked it.
And literally, after 10 tries of them, like, throwing me over, I finally did it. But my backflips, I was so used to going forward that I would gainer every time, and, like, it was the weirdest thing. I eventually got it down on lock, but, like, then I was throwing back too hard. And I would go, I would go back to my tramp at home after that night when I learned, and oh my god, it was the scariest thing, cause like I would almost like jump over my net because I was throwing myself back so hard. But yeah, I eventually just got it on lock, and my flipping career just kind of continued and just shot off from there, and I'm still going, still learning, whatnot.
Did you guys know that Joey's getting an ACON?
Yeah, I heard. He was buying someone's.
I was gonna buy it from the same kid, but my parents said no. So
Rip.
It's alright, I cross springs on my tramp, but it's really not gonna go for much.
Yeah. So I think that's a lot. I think we covered most, if not everything. So any last words that you guys have? Like I think we're gonna finish it off here.
Do you want to talk a little bit about ground?
I don't know. I don't really have much on ground since I just started it recently.
Bad at ground. I have an air track now because that's fun, and I've been doing a lot of stuff on there, but I'm bad at ground right now.
Yeah, I'm
Brayden,
still
that day, after your season ended, diving season, when we went to Max's house and you just hucked backflip and landed it like first try.
Yeah, that was weird. No, that was on my birthday.
Whack.
Oh yeah, it was on your birthday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. Dude, that was such a whack day.
No, that day was crazy. I was so tired too, and then I came home and I was like so ready to either go play Smash with our friend Nick or just like go to sleep. And then like I walk in and I just see everyone and I'm like, oh boy, I'm tired, but I'm okay. I did not expect it. Like I was like, whoa.
That was tight.
Yeah. So I think that's all. I think we covered everything. So yeah. Thanks for listening and like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Timmy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And don't forget to wash your hands. We need y'all to do that, so we can get out of this.
Watch that.
So we can get out of this Ligma pandemic quicker.
That's what we call it.
Yeah, we can't say that or demonetization. So yeah, thanks for listening. Have a good day. Wash your hands and